Welcome back to the Iron Jungle. Diana got nerfed, right? She can't farm, right? Well, we're gonna get 100 CS above the enemy jungle of this game. Have fun watching. Hello, hello. Let's say hi to Fizz here. Almost got him with the NDVQ. He had to take E first, which in theory should be great for our Shen. E first is not what Fizz is going to want to take ideally for the lane. So Shen was wanting to have me go up to blue or help with that. If you appreciate the video today, I'd love a like and subscribe. And I want to hear, who are you having the most fun with the jungle right now? I start sort of walking up that way, but not much for us to do there. Also, our Shen then ended up taking his taunt, which is also not what he wants to do. So, not a fantastic start for us, for sure. I've been noticing more, now that we're here in Bronze, that people are wanting to leash jungle start, which is very kind of them, but I think overall is not that helpful. It gets me done with the jungle a little bit sooner, but if they're helping me and not in the lane, they're not going to hit level 2 as fast as the enemy lane, which is, I think, overall much worse than me getting done 5 extra seconds early, especially as Diana, who doesn't have the strongest ganks early on. When you're clearing, especially the first time through, you really want to make sure to space out your abilities. Wait until the passive is all the way done before you cast the next ability. So you can have your auto attack speed as high as possible for as long as possible. Shen is doing a pretty good job versus the Fizz here. Got a Caitlyn top lane, which is a little unorthodox, at least in my experience.
An ally has been slain. Has been slain.
Let's trade 1-for-1 down in the bottom lane. And Fizz and Shen are still both pretty low and keep wanting to fight with each other. I'm trying to get this clear as fast as I can so I can get over there. They get feats of warfare, but luckily Fizz just walks right into me. Flash E just to make sure I can get there. And that's our first skill. We'll pick up this scuttle. And I knew right around here that I wanted to check and potentially invade. And I should have saved my smite if I was going to be doing that. We see them come up, so I go ahead and come back and try to fight it here. I don't know why I warded there or against an Evelyn, so we're not going to see her until she attacks. Or walks really close to us. And we do end up getting it, which is cool. But ends up just being a kill trade, which isn't ideal. Shen does get the taunt, which is great. But then they push way too far. If they just backed straight out, I think it would have been overall a positive thing. But you can see it was -5 LP for that kill trade. Because Urgot dies. Shen does get out, but it's 2-for-1. We'll go back to farming. We are 1-1-1. Dragon just spawned. We're going to clear this. I've been focusing a ton on just being as efficient as I possibly can, always farming something especially doing a better job of picking up farm from side lanes if no one's down there. Missed that Q, which isn't good. Could have been in here quicker. Still don't have our ultimate, but we can try to see if we can get anything here. Shoots her W and walks out, so I'm gonna pick up the flower. And we'll go see what else is going on here. Shen goes in on Fizz and gets him,
Enemy has been slain.
which is great. Just waiting right now for this crab to spawn. I checked his blue buff, which doesn't make any sense. Honestly, there's no reason why his blue buff would be up. And I decided that I should just keep farming. So I head back up this way. It would have been better for me to head here right away rather than waiting around and then changing my mind on taking the crab, but we're working on getting better. Evelyn's just out here warding my jungle, but not actually farming anything, I guess. Trying to let him know that she's still hanging out here. Caitlyn's also missing. I still don't have my ultimate. We see Caitlyn back up in the top lane now. She goes in, and I'm able to just E onto Fizz. Now with him gone, we have numbers advantage, so we can work on taking these grubs. Urgot's not super low, so he should be able to come to any fight if we need to. It looks like Caitlyn's coming down this way. So I take one, and then back off. But she doesn't end up coming, so we'll keep on farming it. Shen did back. He does have ultimate, so he could come in to fight if he needed to. He actually goes bottom. And they get a kill there.
An enemy has
I'm
been
going to try to come up here on Caitlyn. And I just totally whiffed that. That's just awful. Awful Q. But it was good to get those grubs. It's our first epic monster kill. Get us on the board for pizza strength. We've got our blue buff coming up here. There we go. Sending a caution ping for our bottom lane. They're doing okay, but not fantastic. And everyone's down there. I want them to be playing safe. We did go Dark Zeal and Faded Ashes first buy this game. I've really been liking doing that. Obviously, you need to not die a ton in order to get the most benefit out of the Dark Seal, but it just feels like it adds a non-insignificant amount of AP and extra damage. We see Evelyn come there, so I come off of Wolf or off of the Raptors and just kind of chase them off.
an ally has been
Also, with her going up top, that means that Dragon is potentially available for us. But first, the camps. Once we get the camps cleared, once we have our gold secured, then we're allowed to do other stuff. I do head this way to... I've got my ultimate, so gonna try to get in here on them. And she just leaves Thresh, which is fine. We'll ult and pull him back. Up to 4 stacks. Evelyn is still mid lane. So we'll be farming, or going after dragon in a second. First, we'll just pick up the fizz again. I should have just E'd instead of flash, but I've really been trying, especially during fights, to pretty much only use my E when I've already hit them with my Q, so that the E is always off the cooldown. Obviously, if you need to use it to reposition, you should, but your Q is not on that long of a cooldown. And if you do mess it up, the E is a pretty long cooldown, especially early on. I did the first smite, which ended up being too early. I had two, but I didn't think we'd clear it that fast. Then Jinx comes, or not Jinx, but Thresh comes and hooks Anivia. Evelyn's here, and I'm trying to just get us out. I don't have my ultimate, and I should have just kept running. But I didn't. If I kept running, I get out. And don't die there. Instead, I went back in for no reason. There's no reason to do that at all.
An ally has been slain.
So we end up losing 3 while we take that dragon, which again, not ideal. But we're doing okay. It's 8 to 11 in kills. We do have 2 of the epic monsters, which is bringing the race for the feats of strength closer to even. Caitlyn's beating up on the Zergot. I'm going to try to go up and help him out, but unfortunately, it doesn't quite die there, but I'm not going up there when he's only got 1 HP. So we just clear. Plus the wave is pushing out a little bit. So I'm going to clear this, and then as the wave crashes, I'll go ahead and pick up that CS. And then back into the jungle for us. We do have Landry's Torment. Build really hasn't changed. Still going Riftmaker second and Unending Despair third. And then from there we can kind of do whatever we need to. Evelyn's here. He ducks out. We get fizzed again. I think I do use the E here. Yep.
Turret plating will fall soon.
That was a nice counter gank. Didn't have to use our ultimate. I'm gonna see if I can get down here in time, but I don't have boots yet or the blue pet, so I'm not particularly fast. So we'll clear Krugs and then pick up a little bit of this farm again. There's a nice juicy can of minion here, which even with the reduction in gold that you get as a jungler early on, it's still worth picking it up. I just barely missed getting that on time. Just letting them know that I'm not fighting anymore. But then he just sits right here on this ward, so we'll pick him up real fast. And clear Skull Crab. Urgot gets the kill there, which is amazing. And Shen picks up the kill too. So, very, very good. Want to just hit the Scryer just to see if there's anything we can hit. And it turns out that she did not clear her weak side before she went up there. So we get a free grump. still a bit too early to go after anything else. Fizz is running down into our jungle. Shen and I split.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
But he ends up getting out right there, and away he goes.
Killing spree.
Shen ults down there. I start with the E, which is tough because then you're not able to do any other gap closing, which again is why I'm trying not to do that, generally speaking. Urgot gets first tower, which means that if we get Rift Herald here, or the dragon, then we will get the feat of strength. I realized right here that I should have looked at how much gold I had before I backed, because I was only like 25 gold off of getting it. But
Your team has destroyed a turret.
it probably would have been better for me to just hang out there, honestly. And be able to pick up the full Rift Maker, but I'm gonna just grab this red buff and then look to fight for the dragon. They're all over my jungle right now. And so with that, we know that it's fairly free to go for this dragon. So away we go. Shen is fighting 1v2 for some reason. The Fizz ended up down here as well, so I had to back off for right now. So we just go back to the farm. Gotta let Anivi pick that up. With all of them dead, they are most likely, yep, on Rift Herald. But there's also nothing I can do about that, really. Rift Herald is important, but it's not worth going in 1 versus 3 against anybody. I was very surprised that there was any jungle in here with them running around as much as they were in here. It doesn't make any sense to me that the Evelyn didn't clear this, but they did. We see a couple of them around Dragon. So I'm going to leave Gromp and collapse here with everybody else. They're doing it without Evelyn to start off with. We're able to get a great dash in the bot lane here and get that picked up. We almost get him, or got him with his ultimate first. It was great. We've now got the feats of strength. Evelyn is farming for some reason. And I'm gonna head out. Now she's over here. I could have stolen this, but I was just a little too slow. She ults again though. We do have our speed up through the grass now, which is fantastic, and we've got Relentless Hunter, so we're pretty quick, even though we only have level 1 boots. We do have 2,400 gold to spend, so we're gonna back real quick and get that. Pick up Rift Maker, Giant's Belt.
An enemy has been slain.
Otacon almost spawning here. We want to clear this bottom side so that we are free to hang out up there.
An enemy has been slain.
Just clicking wrong there.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
Just seeing if MF would push up too much. I should have gone for the Krugs here, honestly. Because I would have time to clear those and then still get here in plenty of time. Just wait and see if he's gonna do anything crazy, which he does. I don't ult there, which I think is fine. We did get his flash, which is amazing.
Your turret has been destroyed.
Rift Herald is down bottom, but we're gonna let him do that if we can pick up Otacon for sure. Shen almost hits the taunt. We don't miss this time. And get the kill there. Now we can start on Otacon. We got 4 of us up here. This should be pretty straightforward. In theory. But we got a lot of people that, including me, that kind of walk into that MF ult, and we just have to back off of it. And then Evelyn flanks from the side. I decided to go in, which was just not good. I got 1 person in my ult. We do get a kill, but not good. That kill trade, not very worth it. They do sort of clean up a little bit, but definitely not ideal. Just some sloppy play. Just taking a look at items and stuff right here. Want to try to get onto this next dragon in a minute, so we're going to clear top side so they don't have anything to counter us. I've definitely noticed as I got into bronze that I have had to definitely play a lot cleaner than I was before, which does make sense. Everybody should be a little bit better than they were in iron, but it was still a bit of a surprise. Luckily, Diana is still real strong. I have seen on some things that she's doing even a little bit better in mid lane now than in the jungle, but I haven't had too many people trying to take her, so I'm still happy to take her in jungle. I ping them, let them know that I want to go buy Unending Despair before we fight for this dragon. Evelyn's starting to get pretty strong. We are flanking in on them here. I should have gone in more. Shen is trying to get me to pay attention to that. But I just didn't think about it, really. She flashes away, does a good job there. Unfortunately for Thresh, I'm able to just chase him with my QE. And that's fantastic. Stun from Anivia. Then Misfortune, I don't know why she decided this was the way to run, but we ult to pull her in. Just missed getting Evelyn. Shen does come in, and then this is another misplay for me here. Great rocket. We know Fizz is somewhere. Shen is running up to start the dragon, I think. But we know those two are there. Like, that was just really bad for me. We know that they're there, so I should be staying with him. I was thinking about picking up Boots of Swiftness.
An enemy has been slain.
But I ended up going with the Merc Treads.
Dominate.
Just because Evelyn's doing pretty good. And Fizz is also a decent amount of damage. so wanted to have that for just a little bit longer.
He is godlike.
Pick up Sweeper so we can do a better job of clearing out those wards and also being able to see Evelyn a little bit sooner. She's got 10 kills, I've got 10 kills. We are 60 CS up on her though, which is not a significant number. It really adds up. Losing that dragon does end up costing us 3 LP, and I feel like that was really entirely on me getting caught out there when we knew they were there. I'm gonna go pick up this top wave. Actually, I end up missing this first one, but next one's got a cannon anyway. And again, if you're able to pick these up, 3 cannons is basically the same as 1 kill, so make sure you get them if you can.
An enemy is legendary.
Evelyn keeps running in and
Slain.
sniping a kill here and there. I'm chasing after Caitlyn.
Has destroyed turret.
I should have tagged the bush there, and I probably would have been able to get fast enough. Flash E ult. And pick up a great kill there with Urgot's help and Anivia's. Then I'm wanting to go for Baron because we're going to have Jinx up in 1 second, and then Shen can also ult in if we need to. Gonna keep this wave pushing out that way first. And then we can go for it here. Ask for some vision. A clear here. Unfortunately, we really do mess this up. We get a kill on Thresh, but I just forget again about the fact that Evelyn is invisible. So she's able to just walk right in and steal it super easy.
An ally has been slain.
It's actually coming up in a bit, I guess. But we back off. We do get vision on Evelyn up there by her crud. Clear all of this out. We're going for the Abyssal Mask next for the MR as well as the extra damage. We have Baron warded, so we've got the time to clear all this out. Making sure to always keep 1 charge on that smite though for now. I'm gonna leave that and come up here to try to fight with him. Might have been better for me to just stay bottom and push that, honestly, but this works out all right. We're gonna get another E dash for a kill. Two flashes. I'm really happy with the good job that I do with not using the ultimate too early. We didn't need to use it to kill him, so. Fizz is pushing mid. We are here. Shen is pushing top for some reason. And this is where everyone just walks in and feels it. I just missed my smite right there. It was close.
Killing spree. An
Try
enemy
to
has been
intercept this
slain.
wave, but just a little bit late. I've got 3,000 gold, so I need to back soon. But we do have a dragon coming up. The sweeper does help us out this time. We see Thresh just running like a madman right past all of us. And we're able to pick up this Infernal Drake, which will be our third dragon. And now I'm backing, because I have a ton of gold to spend.
Has destroyed the turret. Has been slain.
Almost enough for the chain laced crushers. We'll grab them soon. Evelyn does so much damage. We're gonna pick these up on our way over. Now is definitely late enough that you want to be skipping camps for the most part. We are almost full build this game. I do have my ultimate up. Fizz decides he wants to walk into me. We don't dump the whole combo on him because he has that E and becomes untargetable. So we're gonna head down to bot and push this wave out. Another juicy cannon wave. We only see MF right now, but we do need to be careful for sure. And we're gonna duck in here and grab this. And Fizz comes out, so we're gonna let him push this. He uses his E. Now we ult on him. He does still do a good job getting away. I shouldn't have stood in that direction so that he could dash through me. That was a mistake, but we still get his flash and his Zonias. Thresh decides he wants to fight us. Sort of on his own. Evelyn tries to come in, but then just backs off. I'm able to kind of chase her off, and we win this fight very handily. I don't know if she just didn't have her ultimate or something. I'm not really entirely sure why Evelyn played that way. But we got Urgot pushing mid lane. We're gonna push the bot lane with Anivia. Gonna let her take this cannon. Trip a thing to miss it. Just chunking this tower. I start going this way to see if there's anything we can do, but there is not. So let them know I am leaving. Now we can pick up the chain laced crushers. A little extra tenacity, magic resist, and we're gonna pick up the Magi's as well. Gonna head top. Just see what's out here. We really don't need to farm too much anymore because we have all of our items. We're level 18. It is nice to be able to have extra gold for the elixirs, or if you decide to change shoes out or items out as the game gets later and later. But fantastic view again. Walk out of that. We get a decent ult here, and then my brain just turns off, and I just keep walking straight into them, and I die. And that ends up being the end of the game, actually. I would love to have a grand, victorious final fight, but that was enough to get the FF from them. We'll take a look at post-game stuff here. So we did 34,000 damage. We had 16,000 gold, most on our team by a lot. Enemy Evelyn had 13 kills, which is fantastic. She did a really good job that way. She did a little bit more damage than I did. We tanked 31,000. We had 256 CS. She had 141. So that ends up making a huge difference. She finished 3 items. I was on 6. All because of that farm. Conquer healed us 800. Triumph 2000. Finished Alacrite at 1030. Q did 900. Sudden Impact 1500. And we got full stacks. Thanks for watching. We're going to see ya next time.